Rounding decimals. So sometimes when we have many digits, it's hard to understand these decimals in real terms. For example, just how much money is 0.666666, etc. of a dollar. So we're going to round them to make them easier to work with. So in order to round successfully, you have to understand decimal place values. So remember that each digit is a fraction over a power of 10. So 5 is in the ones, then we have the decimal point, 6 is in the tenths, 7 is in the hundredths, 8 is in the thousandths, and 9 is in the 10,000ths. So a rounding rule of thumb. Increase the preceding decimal place by 1 if the digit after it is 5 or greater. So examples. Round each of the following to the nearest tenth. So tenth is one number after the decimal place. So 2.50. I'm rounding to the tenth, so I look at the 5. The number after it is a 0, which is not 5 or greater, so I'm not increasing the preceding 5 by 1 because 0 is less than 5. So round it, it's 2.5. 2.59, again, the nearest tenth, 5 is in the 10th place. I look after it, a 9, which is greater than 5, so the rule of thumb tells me to increase the preceding 5 by 1 to a 6. So 2.59 to the nearest tenth is 2.6. 0.35, 3 is in the tenths. I look after it. It is 5 or greater, so I go back and increase it by 1. So 0.4. 0.38, 3 is in the tenths. I look after it, 8, which is greater than 5, so I increase the 10th place by 1. 0.4. 0.86, 8 is in the tenths. I move after it, 6, greater than 5, increase the 8 to a 9, 0.9. 7.13, 1 is in the tenths. I look after it, 3 is less than 5, I'm not increasing, 7.1. 0.273, I have more decimal places, but it still doesn't matter. I'm looking at the 2, which is in the 10th place. After it is a 7, greater than 5, so the 2 is increased by 1 to a 3, 0.3. And 2.74, 7 is in the 10th place. After it is a 4, which is not greater than 5, so I do not increase the 7, it stays 2.7.